I believe many people have thoughts like these, and I also, if I'm having the thought, chances are you are too. That's how I relate to some of the things that I really enjoy talking about. Three things I never thought I would be doing at this point in my life. Where do you start from that? Well, I'll give you a place to start. Here's how that resounds with me. The first thing, living in a blended family. And you might think that that is a loaded statement, but hear me out. I did not think in my wildest dreams that I'd be living in a blended family. And not that there's anything wrong with that at all. I just hadn't pictured myself getting separated from my wife and also getting a divorce. And those things aren't bad either. They were rough. The journey, the journey in between to get to the results and the outcome that I favored was rough. But it was necessary. It was necessary because it made me who I was. I got to go through many of these feelings, which made me stronger and gave me the opportunity to be able to talk to you about them today. Living in a blended family has its wonderful perks. It's got its ups and downs, but I'm telling you, it's beautiful because my wife and I have threaded together all the wonderful dreams and things we've manifested over the years, and we've put them together in this relationship like two jigsaw puzzle pieces. And I believe the reason why I feel that to be surprising to me is because I didn't A, feel it would ever happen, and B, I didn't really fathom having to unload some of the ancestral trauma within my family that I've had to do, or got to do, I should say. And that, in my eyes, is okay, because when I heal 7 generations back, I heal 7 generations forward when I heal something. It's a beautiful chaos in moments, but it's also very wonderful. The second thing that I never thought that I would be doing at this point in my life would be coaching men and women, you beautiful men and women out there. You know who I'm talking to. How to see how awesome you are. How to see how awesome they are. You see, when you begin to unload and unbox and to face the trauma that you have endured, or the ancestral stuff that you have no idea where it came from, but you're doing it, you begin to build a foundation that's more solid for yourself, because you know the next time that something happens, you create the confidence you need to be able to handle some situation that's similar. How do we relate to that? Well, I would say this. Within my own family, there's been, in many families like yours, there's been, well, the talk around, well, that's in the genes. And many of us get diabetes in this family, and that's in the genes. That's just how we're made. And it's come to my, with all the research that I've done and the learning that I've done, that isn't true. That isn't necessarily true. I've been able to counteract that with the knowledge of knowing that epigenetics plays more than an 80% factor in who we've become. And we've just been told that we're spoiled goods. And that's just not cool. It's not the case, and we don't have to keep living to that lie. Another thing that I have been able to pad my own expertise with so that I can help coach other men and women through is, it's not only with the diet and nutrition stuff, but it is mindset. and it's relationships, and it's taking the mindset that I've learned to perpetuate within myself. When I tell myself things, when I get up every morning, create the me time for myself, when I start to be able to, all you have to do is make the decision. That's it. That's the hardest part. And many people, like myself included, spent a long time trying to get there, not knowing that I was there, but I was there, and all I had to do was make the decision. Mindset. When we continue to cycle the stories of, I'm not good enough, I'm not a great parent, she won't listen to me, he won't do what I've asked him to do, even if it means that it's helpful for him. These things that we ruminate over. I'm absolutely so blessed to be able to help coach using my very own experience, and how that is done, and how we can co-regulate, how we can do that for one another. So kudos. The third thing that I never thought that I would be doing at this point in my life would be being so grateful for my successes. And I'm absolutely so grateful for what I've learned and what I've done. And the part of that I feel is the absolutely most important part for me, and that realization is the humility. I am so grateful for the experiences that I have, even if they've been rough. My separation, the fights that I've had with my ex-wife, the fights that I've had with my parents, the fights that I've had with myself, the trauma that's been ensued with that. I mean, the last 4 years of COVID, what we've learned from each other. I'm so grateful to be able to be at a place where I want to be able to serve and give back. And to me, that's very important. So if there's something that I could give to you, if there's something that I could do to go back to my 11-year-old self and say, when I was having my issues, when I really didn't know who I was, when I really struggled even with thoughts of, should I be here or not? What is my purpose? I would say to myself, hold on, man. You are destined to do great things. You're destined to meet great people and help them find themselves just like you have. And in saying that, if I could say that to my 11-year-old self, I believe that at that point there would be some comfort. But then you would say, you know what? Because I go back to this and say this as well. Then that might have changed the trajectory for which you have learned all the things that you've learned and gone through. Yeah, it would. But it's still like the human being in me, the human part, the human experience. It still would have been nice to have heard that. And that's the part of me that is reserved for, had I had a mentor who had the emotional intelligence to be able to bring that to my attention, it would have been everything that I needed to hear. Well, on that note, I'm going to leave it there. Take care. Let's do this.